It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to 2K Sports. We're already getting the feel for this new NBA season. Taking it all in with me, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the Toronto Raptors in their house, Air Canada Center. So for Toronto, their last game, a loss to the Wizards. They've started the season on an extremely upbeat note, winning 8 of their first 9 games. They've been solid in just about every aspect. And we all know that DeMar DeRozan is an incredible scorer. But one of the big reasons why he's so good often gets overlooked. It's his footwork. Some would say it's the best in the game at his position.
Yeah, he can protect the ball and create space. I know you guys say this is not a word. His feet work.
It's footwork.
Feet work is amazing.
Okay.
Foot
he
is
has
one.
feet.
Yeah, feet. And both of
But
his
they
feet
don't
go to work.
together.
Well, tell me this. If you have great hand-eye coordination, is it great hands-eyes coordination?
Yes.
No, it's great hand-eye coordination.
No, it's hands, eyes.
Kenny, please.
I'm
Take my
speechless.
side.
I'm speechless.
Take my
Because,
side.
you know, first of all, he has a great step through move. That's what really. And he gets to the rim. He's always
And he
in
hits
control.
tough shots.
He hits tough shots. And I always say this, Ernie. If you don't, he plays chest to chest, so he plays chesses to chesses.
Chesses to chesses.
I have a question for the panel.
What is your question?
One goose is what?
Geese.
One goose is a
What's
goose.
a goose?
And more than one goose is?
Geese.
Geese.
All right, one moose is a what?
Moose.
Moose.
More than one moose. Meese. Thank you very much.
It's not meese. It's not meese.
What does that have to do with anything?
I don't know.
Goose, geese, moose, meese.
Footwork, feetwork.
Same thing.
Chesses.
Hands-eyes coordination.
Same thing, Ernie.
Man.
The Raptors look to take charge at the Air Canada Center here in downtown Toronto. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. Well, it was the Toronto Raptors in their last game, a loss to the Wizards. And guys, they were in that one to the very end. They just couldn't put it together in the last few minutes. They lost by just 2 points.
No other way to put it. The defense was awful, completely uninspired at that end of the floor.
They also committed a lot of mistakes while their opponent was extremely disciplined.
And so off the tip, it's Toronto. Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Markkanen and Lopez are together down low. Then it's Zach LaVine. Then there's Grant. And it's Holiday in at the shooting guard position. Hey, Steve, as the season gets going, if you're a player on a new team, how long does it usually take to get comfortable with your new teammates?
I would tell you this, Kevin. When you're winning, quickly. When you're losing, it seems like it takes an entire season. The more you can win, you get a chance to figure out, I'm comfortable with these guys. And losing situations, you start to question everything that's going on yourself, the coaches, your teammates. So winning really helps speed things up.
That's a good answer. Earlier, David Aldridge spoke with head coach Dwayne Casey. Dave, what'd you find out?
He told me he's very pleased with how his team's play has progressed throughout the season. He said guys are finding their roles, and we're doing all the little things that tend to separate out the better teams. I just hope we can keep it going. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Now here's Levine. In the game against New Orleans, very impressive. Here's DeRozan. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And on the defensive side, just a failure to match up.
Well, the one thing you want to take away is anything at the rim. Just too easy.
Levine can't hit.
3 straight misses to begin this contest and already starting to look frustrated.
Lowry kicks to Powell. Passes it to Valanciunas. Over Lopez. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
Valanciunas has a look from the mid-range. He is very comfortable taking it.
Lowry against Grant, and Lopez has it in the corner. Grant in the post. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Lowry against Grant. Lowry kicks to Ibaka. Here's Valanciunas, and the dunk by Valanciunas.
Gotta love the big man Valanciunas fighting for that extra chance, and he was rewarded for his effort.
Feeds it to Markkanen. Dishes it to Levine. Here's Lopez. Toronto grabs the miss.
That was very tight defense. He tried to force the layup anyway. I think that was a questionable decision.
And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
And right there, a little miscommunication on that pass.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And it's Grant in the corner. He dishes it to Markkanen. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Grant. Off target from three-point range. Raptors leading by 6. Powell with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Tips it, and staying with the play, Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 6 points.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Levine against DeRozan, and Levine, here we go. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And certainly while the injury for Zach LaVine and his ACL was devastating, Greg, it's good to see him back on the court, and he seems to be on track to making a full recovery.
And Kevin, still amazing to me to see just how far the medical community has come in terms of treating ACL injuries. LaVine is such an athletic monster. To lose even a little burst would have been huge. Fortunately, though, with modern medicine, it's going to allow this guy to make the most of his potential still.
First free throw is good.
And for so long, the Bulls really were synonymous with the best defensive teams in the league. But as a team, they've started to slip the last few years. It's something that has been lost while this team kind of retools for the future.
And so Levine nails both of them. And it used to be you could pencil in the Bulls as a top 10 defensive team by most metrics in any given year. But, Greg, the last few seasons, they've just been middle of the pack.
And, you know, over the history of this team, they've always been at their best when they played great defense. You go back to those Jordan years where they were marked by exceptional defense. This last group, led by Derrick Rose, similarly built on a defensive-minded philosophy. Let's just see if they get back to their roots with this new push.
Here's Powell after the made shot from Lauri Markkanen. Powell, that's good. Powell's got his first points of the night.
Beautiful screen right there from Valanciunas. He is not an easy guy to get around.
Grant against Lowry. Grant kicks to Lopez. Makes it off the glass. Lopez has got his first points of the game.
The defense is pretty much helpless once he finds breathing room to get to the basket.
Ibaka outside. He kicks it to Valanciunas. Screen by Ibaka. Lowry for three. That shot is off. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
I just thought the defense was porous. Got any shot they wanted, really, for most of the evening.
I'll give them credit. Even though they were facing very little resistance, they refused to play down to the level of their competition.
Bulls shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
Free throw, good. Holiday. And a $30 million, 65,000 square foot practice facility for the Raptors, opening back in 2016. Smitty, have you had a chance to check it out yet?
Yeah, I have not, but I've got a chance to see pictures. And as much as the players benefit, another key feature is the interactive operations room for management. A wall and conference table made up of giant touchscreens. Wow, allowing them to pull up numbers and stats. It's like something out of a movie.
Now, here's Lowry. They really needed more from him in that loss to Washington. High, arcing shot. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first two attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Holiday. He's coming off a 13-point game against New Orleans.
And when you factor in the assist totals, that's a complete game.
Now, here's Grant. Here's Levine. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And you like to see this from Levine, attacking in the paint with confidence.
Lowry kicks to Nogueira. At the elbow, it's Ibaka. To the middle. And the dunk by Nogueira.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. In the corner, it's Levine. Fires the three. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Levine's got 7 points.
That's something you can't defend. Zach using his vertical to shoot over the top.
Lopez over to help. Nogueira passes to Lowry. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Fires the three. It's Lowry again missing.
Lacking confidence right now in his offense. He's been shaky all period.
Grant dishes to Markkanen. Outside Holiday. He feeds it to Lopez. That ties the game.
And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game the fans love to see.
I love it. Really, both teams running plays that fit the personnel, going back and forth.
And the basket by DeRozan. He has 6.
Defensively, you hate to see DeRozan in the painted area. Shoots a high percentage from that area.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Steve, so much of being a great offensive player is learning to draw contact and work yourself to the free throw line. When you look at the league right now, who are some of the best in the league, in your estimation, doing that?
James Harden is one of those guys. He gets to the line, double-digit figures sometimes, free throw attempts. DeMar DeRozan, DeMarcus Cousins. I think Russell Westbrook, because he's such a guy that's in attack mode and he likes contact. The guys who like contact, they get to the line a lot.
And Mirotic kicks to Valentine. Back to Mirotic. Buries it from about 10 feet away. Mirotic has got it all tied up now for Chicago.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Miles the pass to Siakam. Here's Anunoby. There's a screen. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
And for many years, the Chicago Bulls were viewed as a model franchise. Always were competitive and in the hunt for a title. But this current version just can't escape turmoil from within.
Two shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Bulls finally committing, Greg, to a full rebuild this last offseason.
Yeah, and trading Butler was the start of it. I mean, they got some young players to build around and a pick, and it won't be an easy road ahead, but one they felt they needed to make.
Chicago trailing here. To the right side. Mirotic has a wide open look and unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. And stolen by Dunn. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. Mirotic dishes to Dunn. And two free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And here's a look at the stats for Dunn. How he did last season. Last year averaged 3 points a game, 2 assists and 2 rebounds. And I think he can play even better. I mean, sometimes it's tough to get into a rhythm with limited minutes, but he has got to find a way.
That's the thing. You don't get to pick your minutes. You have to make the most of what you get.
And he knocks down the first one.
You think back when Fred Hoiberg was a player in the NBA, great shooter who had a strong knowledge of the game. Not too surprised he ended up as a coach.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. And Smitty, you and Hoiberg played against one another during your careers and even guarded each other, I think, from time to time. What was it like going up against a player like him?
You know, Kevin, he must have been real young because I'm so old. I don't even remember that. But I do know and remember Fred Hoiberg and watching him coach. He is a fast decision maker. Also would find space as a player. And you see some of his strengths as a player and how he designs his offense right now.
And he recovers it. Here's Valentine. And the Bulls with another miss. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. And here we go with the breakdown tonight of the front court and back court rebounding numbers for the Raptors.
And it's been the bigs doing most of the work on the glass, and really no surprise there. That's what you pay those guys for, to control that paint and haul in those misses.
The Bulls have gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. Dunn misses.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
In the corner, right with it. Pass to Siakam. Back to right. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kicks to Miles. Drains the three-pointer. And the Raptors lead by 4.
You can see there the defender allows himself to get picked.
You know, it's all about effort. Sometimes you're going to get hit on hard screens. You just have to fight through them.
Mirotic's shot is off. Toronto's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Miles with it. Now guarded by Valentine. Miles, that's good. Bulls trail by 6. To the wing on the left. Here's Mirotic. Toronto grabs the miss.
A blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
That's how it's drawn up. That is everything but the finish.
And what it looks like now, guys, their confidence is growing, and so is this lead.
But they can't just sit back and enjoy it. They need to keep up the momentum.
Here's Mirotic after Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. And the shot is good.
Mirotic is not phased at all. Doesn't matter what you're throwing his way. He's going to top it.
The pass to Miles. Here's Anunoby. Back to Miles. There's the pick. Here's Nogueira. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And Nogueira, the 7-footer out of Brazil, very long, Steve, and athletic.
He is a leaper. That makes him a threat around the rim on both ends. But on the defensive end, he has to learn not to bite on those pump fakes.
Markkanen, he's checked in for Mirotic.
One shot.
.119 left here in the opening quarter. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
There's a screen. The feed now to Markkanen. Here's Valentine, and the jam by Valentine.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now here's Wright. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Here's Siakam. Here's Nogueira. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. And the Raptors lead by 9.
A terrific offensive rebounder. Here he is doing it again.
Dunn kicks to Valentine. 35 seconds left to play here in the first. Felicio, the pass to Valentine. Shot clock at 5. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Toronto called for the foul. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Had a success rate from the line last year of about 78%.
That's good from Valentine. And he makes both free throws. Raptors leading by 7. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And Wright kicks to Siakam. Here's Nogueira. He's got 7 and finished off by Wright.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Yes, indeed. The D thought they had him, but he still found a way to get it done.
And so it's Toronto ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We've got more in store for you right after this. And Serge Ibaka, known for his shooting ability now, he talked about the confidence his teammates and his coach instilled in him.
He trusts you. Every time he passes the ball, when you don't shoot, he's screaming you, shoot ball. Then next time what? You will shoot. And if you miss, you say, yeah, good shot. You know, and your coaches in the practice talking to your teammates. Man, when Serge is open, give him the ball. He will make that shot.
Well, if you wonder how much difference a coach can make for a player, there it is, huh?
You heard it in Serge's voice, too. That confidence has already been planted in him. That voice telling him, shoot the ball, is now in his own head. He's going to be just fine.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. Taking a look here at the Raptors' performance here, guys. What have they been doing or not doing, in your opinion?
So far, they've been active, scoring the basketball, built up a little lead here, and looking good.
The play calling has been perfect, backed up by beautiful execution. They've certainly captured the moment in that first quarter.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for Chicago right now, Dunn is out there with Valentine. Then there's Markkanen. Then there's Quincy Pondexter, and it's Felicio in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, it may not be the era of the center in the NBA, but Jonas Valanciunas has something to say about that. He said, I try to make sure they don't forget about centers. I'll keep reminding them. The league is full of guys that can do different things, but I still think you need a center that can rebound the ball and score in the low post. I agree. Kevin?
Well, the centers are still important, David. Good to see Valanciunas making his presence felt in the paint.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Done. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Miles with it. Now guarded by Valentine. Here's Anunoby. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And the Raptors looking for a way to break through the East. Smitty, how do they get past the Cavaliers?
I don't know, Kevin. That's the question. As long as LeBron James stands in their way, it won't be easy. DeMar DeRozan said it himself. The key will be finding another star. In today's NBA, you need at least 3 stars to win.
There's the pick. And Wright kicks to Miles. That 3 off the mark.
You know what, I'll tell you, he's got nothing here in the second quarter after just one made shot in the first.
Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Wright outside. Pass to Anunoby. 5 to shoot. And Felicio is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Jaron Grant, he's checked in for the Bulls. Ball's knocked loose, and so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here.
Yeah, tremendous hustle just to get a hand on that one.
Reads the play, quick reaction, almost comes up with that steal.
The Raptors making a switch here. Powell's checked in. Chicago also making some changes. Robin Lopez is checked in for Felicio. Zach LaVine comes in for Quincy Pondexter. And Justin Holiday subbed in for Valentine. Wasted no time on that one. Now just a 3-point Raptor lead.
That's nice patience by Zach LaVine, finding the open man, not trying to do it all himself.
Powell kicks to DeRozan. Shoots from the baseline, and that one drops for him. DeRozan's got 8 points.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
DeRozan against LaVine. The dish to Lopez. Nice D from Valanciunas. Toronto leading by 5. Here's Powell. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Powell's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And that's what makes Lowry a great floor leader. Just unselfish in his attitude and great awareness of how to keep his teammates involved.
Now here's Markkanen. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against New Orleans. Just 5 to shoot. Grant dishes to Markkanen. LaVine for 3, and the call will be against Robin Lopez. That's his first foul. The Raptors have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Powell, the pass to Ibaka. Lowry setting the pick for Ibaka. Ibaka with the screen on Holiday. Here's Powell. Dishes to Valanciunas. Second chance shot, and the layup good by Ibaka. Ibaka's got the lead up to 9 now for the Raptors.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Lopez sets a screen for Holiday. Inside. Over Valanciunas. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
And Lopez doing whatever he can to get himself to the line.
The Bulls have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. First free throw is good. And Smitty, as an NBA player, you got to travel all over the country and see just about every major metro area in the nation. When you were playing, you were doing all that traveling, which city did you always look forward to playing in the most?
You know, Kevin, I thought it was Miami when I left Miami because I had the friends. And let me be honest, the weather and getting a chance to go back to the restaurants. But I think the energy and the basketball knowledge of the fans just walking around is New York City. You have great conversations with people at a deli, all around the city of New York, and then playing in the Mecca. New York was my favorite place.
And they made you feel appreciated there, whether they despised you because you were good and were going to hurt the Knicks, or you were playing for New York and they could cheer you on. Am I right?
Yeah, you're totally right. The one thing they did, Kevin, like you said, playing well or not, or rooting for you or not, they always told you the truth.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
Lowry against Grant. Valanciunas with a screen on Grant. Here's Lowry. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
Can't convert, but a good opportunity from mid-range. He'll take that every time.
Kick out to Levine. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Valanciunas. Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorers. Fifth best, DeMar DeRozan.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Get down, Robin.
Levine for 3. Hits it from three-point range. Now just a 1-point Toronto lead.
Lopez knows how to make himself as wide as possible and bury the defender with a screen.
And
Yes. Good. Incredible leaper, explosive finisher. DeRozan with one of his acrobatic dunks.
And that replay is sponsored by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment, giving us an excellent perspective on the play. Now here's Grant. An 11-point game for him in the win against New Orleans.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
And the rejection by Valanciunas. Now running, here comes Lowry pushing the ball up. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Now the Bulls have had one of the largest and strongest fan bases in the NBA for years, having the Jordan-era Bulls helped, but they have always been a beloved team in the city of Chicago.
Yeah, you see the devotion from their fans at their games, and the numbers back it up. They've had the best fan attendance every year since 2010.
Gentlemen,
and they've been in the top 5 since as long as I can remember, and that's long.
The free throw drops for Powell. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Bulls trail by 5. Now, here's Grant. 5 points in the game. Levine kicks to Lopez. It's stolen by DeRozan. Outside Lowry. And again, Toronto no luck.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Holiday left side. Pass to Mirotic. Off target from three-point range. Rosen dishes to Ibaka. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's on Zach LaVine.
And Serge Ibaka, remember, it was a first-team all-defense selection. But over time, I think he's become more of a scoring-minded player, and I think that's affected his impact defensively.
Nogueira's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas.
One shot.
And Serge Ibaka, the league leader in block shots for 2 years in a row in 2012 and 13, but he sends them back at about half the rate he once did.
Yeah, but even still, pretty good shot blocker. You add in his finishing and outside shooting, and he's a player to be reckoned with.
Lopez, a screen on Lowry. And Holiday has it in the corner to end the run, and he lays it up and in. Holiday's got 5 points in the quarter.
You see he's feeling it now. Shot looks much more in sync this quarter.
To the inside. Oh, trying for it. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Outside, Levine. It's tipped. Outside, DeRozan. And there's the foul. It'll go on Jaren Grant. That is his first foul of the game. Powell with it. He's got 6. Lowry from outside.
He just has lost the feel in terms of scoring here in the second quarter.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Mirotic. No good with the triple.
And this has been an outstanding display on the board, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
Look how comfortable he is today shooting the basketball. You can tell DeRozan is feeling it.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. After Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle. Lowry has the open look. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. And it's an 11-point Toronto lead. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
They have a unique offense for Toronto. Very low assists and very low turnovers. Not the kind of system we see from teams like Golden State, but the Raptors make it work for them.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Lowry. Last season, he played outstanding, 10th in assists. And with that effortless stroke, he climbed all the way to the top 15 in three-point percentage.
And his floor awareness was impeccable last season. As you mentioned, top 10 in assists. Just does a great job of getting everyone involved. Now here is Holiday. 6 points for him. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field. And the Raptors may not get a lot of assists, but they do get a ton of so-called screen assists. Steve, great picks freeing their guards to do damage.
Yes, pick and roll basketball at its finest. The question is, do they need to diversify a little bit? If you depend on one action, it makes it easier for teams to game plan for you in the playoffs.
Bulls trail by 9. Outside, Levine feeds it to Holiday. Back to Levine. Lopez sets a screen for Holiday. 4 on the clock. Grant, that's good.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Now Powell. Last game he had 13. Outside Lowry. It's Powell on the wing. Over Holiday. They get it back to the inside. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And they're running. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. And some changes here for the Raptors. Pascal Siakam comes in for Serge Ibaka. And it's C.J. Miles in for Norman Powell. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Felicio's checked in for Lopez. Pondexter comes in for Levine. Valentine's checked in for Justin Holiday. And it's done in for Jaren Grant. Now here's Lowry. He's got 5. A floater. It's hauled in by Dunn.
Obviously, this has been a tough quarter for him, but he's still trying to keep a positive mindset.
That's tipped. And here's DeRozan. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Washington. 13 feet away. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Bulls trail by 6. Here's Dunn. And Mirotic kicks to Valentine. Back to Mirotic. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Mirotic has got 6.
Mirotic, not just a perimeter guy, he has a variety of ways to score in the paint.
Here's Siakam. From 13 feet, it goes down. And the Raptors lead by 6. Chicago has gone an even 50% from three-point range in the second quarter. 4 for 8. Dunn passes to Pondexter. Dishes it to Dunn. From deep. Good work defensively by Lowry. Toronto leading by 6. Down low. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. DeRozan's got 3 assists tonight.
Great heads-up look there from DeRozan to get his teammate an easy basket.
Dunn dishes to Valentine. There's the pick. 6-second difference between shot and game clock.
And tonight, he just hasn't been efficient offensively. That's a big reason why they're behind.
Toronto shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
He doesn't get the second one. Bulls trail by 9. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Pass to Felicio. Pondexter with it. 1 second left. And no good trying to get that one. And so it's Toronto in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Jonas, you guys got off to a strong start. How important was it to set the tone early?
You know, we came out with a different energy. We said it's enough to struggle from the start. You know, we got to focus and play good starts.
That is where it all starts. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. DeMar DeRozan putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He had 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And let's get your thoughts, big fella, on the Raptors.
What stood out to me more than anything else was how hard they got after it on the offensive glass. They were keeping possessions alive and converting those rebounds into points. Take away those extra points, they're not in this position, Ernie.
And now, Kenny, let's get your opinion on the Bulls.
Well, the way I see it, they're losing this game because they're being out-rebounded. You can't give up this kind of differential and expect to remain competitive. So what do? You commit more guys to the glass, guards included. You make it a priority that if you do ultimately lose this game, it's not because you didn't rebound.
And time now to send you back down to the floor with Kevin Harlan. We'll see you later.
The evening commute has plenty of people on the move here tonight in Toronto, where we welcome you back to On 2K. And the third quarter about ready to get underway. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
And I love the game plan in that first half. They really valued each possession.
You know what? It's hard to do. Staying focused and disciplined with your approach.
Here's Grant. Ibaka is the 4, and Valanciunas in the middle. Lowry out there with Powell, and it's DeRozan in at the small forward position. They're the group for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. Levine, an easy layup after coming off the pick. Levine's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Bulls. Out to the right wing. Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. Grant against Lowry. The shot off that time. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Last time they came together was in Toronto, where they fell to the Raptors.
And after a near win, you second-guess a number of things that didn't go your way.
I think looking back on that one, it's a learning experience. We'll see if they can make some of the necessary corrections.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and offensively.
Terrific defensive instincts to come away with that one, and he showed no hesitation in how he completed that transition opportunity.
And one of the pieces of the Jimmy Butler trade this offseason, Zach LaVine finds himself as a prime building block for a rebuilding team. The Bulls see him as a star of the future.
And rightfully so, even given the fact that he's recovering from the ACL surgery. LaVine is young and can grow his game with the team. Hard to get fair value for a player of Butler's ability, but LaVine is a great place to start.
The first one falls. And sometimes it gets started with a hard foul from the other team or a whistle that you felt should have gone the other way. Anger can happen in the NBA. We see it. Emotions are high. It's a passionate game. Smitty, what was the angriest you ever got during a game? I know you competed because you were one of the best competitors I ever saw. But did it ever cross that line of becoming a little bit more gritty, a little bit more angrier?
It did, Kevin. I think one instance for sure. Game 7, Western Conference. Drove the basketball hard as I could and was fouled by Shaq. They didn't call it. Being flat and laid out and the guys going up and down, we eventually lost that game. That was one I still haven't got over it. And when I see Shaq today, I might not do it, but I want to knock him upside his head because he knew it was a foul, and I knew it was a foul, but it wasn't called.
He is one big man. He looks like he could play right now, as do you, which I think is great about ex-athletes and keeping in shape and staying that way. But Shaq certainly looks like he could play right now.
And I would be a 5 right now trying to guard him. That'll be interesting.
Little mismatch. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, Raptors coach Dwayne Casey talked about the chemistry on his team. He said, "We couldn't be better. There's no ego, no hidden agendas. Guys understand their roles." Kyle Lowry told me, "We're a complete team, 15 deep, and we really mean that. You never know whose time it's going to be." Kevin?
DA depth is a crucial part of any team's success. Knowing you can rely on your teammates to step up is huge. That's short off the rim.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Holiday. Again, Holiday missing.
This is a problem for him. Inconsistent from the mid-range.
Powell for 3. It's all in by the Bulls. Lopez has got 7 rebounds in the game. And Levine, here we go. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Here's Lopez. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Lopez has got 10 points in the game. Raptors leading by 3. Now here's Powell. 8 points for him. Lowry passes to Valanciunas. And again, Toronto no up. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Holiday dishes to Levine. Grant outside. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Lopez, and the rejection by Valanciunas.
Valanciunas, he's got that long wingspan. You saw it right there on that play.
Bulls trail by 3 to the middle, and Lopez throws it down.
And when they desperately needed to get things turned around, they were able to rally and get back into it.
This was all sparked by their defense. They got some stops, and they did it in a hurry.
Powell kicks to DeRozan. Ibaka sets the pick for DeRozan. Outside Lowry. In the corner, Powell with it. Screened by Valanciunas. Looking to end the drought. Lopez with the block.
And that is the length of Robin Lopez on display.
Grant. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. A putback. Rebound by the Bulls.
He is really forcing things now. Doesn't have to do it because his teammates are picking up the slack.
On the wing, Levine. DeRozan defending. Levine passes to Markkanen. He dishes it to Grant. For the lead. The shot is good off the backboard. Grant's got 10 points.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
They set the screen. Here's DeRozan. Another shot, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
For a player his size, Valanciunas has always been a good free throw shooter. We won't see a hack of Val anytime soon.
And Valanciunas out of Lithuania, the 5th overall pick back in 2011.
Yeah, he's still quite young. You know, a lot of talent offensively. Defensively, he's probably had less of an impact, but that's where he has to take the next step.
And the first one at the line is good. And Valanciunas, far from a finished product, Steve. His coaches and teammates feel he will get better. But in your opinion, where does he need to improve?
I think on a defensive end, he does a nice job of blocking shots. But I would love to see him in rotations, being able to be there a little bit earlier. And then on the offensive end, extend his range a little bit more and also have somewhat of a go-to move down on the low block.
You know, you think about the way the Bulls ended their season last year, snuck into the playoffs as the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference. And in fact, Smitty, they jumped off to a 2-0 series lead, but then the reverse sweep happens to them.
Yeah, it did. Hard to say how deep they could have gone if they stayed healthy, but they almost put those Cinderella slippers on as an 8th seed. Losing Rondo, it hurt. This team just never looked the same in that series.
Toronto trailing. Now Powell, 8 points for him. Ibaka, this is to Lowry. And Ibaka kicks to Powell. Ibaka with a screen on Howard. Tipped away. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. We see a chart here for the shooting performance so far for Lowry.
Well, you have to think that he is going to look to go to the rim a little more often going forward because the 3-ball just hasn't been there. Sometimes it seems he's not getting his feet set or rushing his shooting motion, but either way, it just ain't falling.
Here's DeRozan. 12 points for him. Bangs home the trifecta.
Hitting only 1 of 5 this quarter. He's in a little bit of a slump, but it looks like he's trying to shoot his way out of it.
Levine passes to Markkanen. Back to Levine. To the wing right side. Grant kicks to Lopez. Just 5 to shoot. It's stolen by Ibaka. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. Some changes for Toronto. Anunoby, he's checked in for DeRozan. C.J. Miles comes in for Norman Powell, and it's DeLon Wright in for Kyle Lowry. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Felicio's checked in for Lopez. Mirotic comes in for Levine. Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for Justin Holiday. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Jaren Grant. Now here's Wright, the 8-footer. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wright. And now here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that last season scored the most second chance points in the NBA. Number 1, the Bulls.
Yeah, that was a huge factor for them a season ago. Their ability to attack the offensive glass and then convert those into second chance buckets. I mean, no one did it better.
Mirotic sets the screen for Valentine. Here's Anunoby. Lays it up and banks it in. Anunoby's got 6 points. Bulls trail by 3. And here is Dunn. Here's Mirotic. Tries again, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first.
Dwayne Casey, he's in his 7th season as a head coach of the Raptors. He's developed a great continuity and a comfort level with his players.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Nogueira comes in for Valanciunas, and it's Pascal Siakam in for Serge Ibaka. And a change for the Bulls. Pondexter's checked in. That's off as well, so he misses both. And Casey is very collaborative with his staff and players.
You know why, Kevin? He has no ego with him. It's always a two-way conversation with his players. It's about getting it right, no matter whose idea it is.
Now, here's Dunn. Pondexter kicks to Dunn. And the 3-ball is good. Dunn's got the game tied up here for Chicago.
And how about Dunn getting the ball in a great spot, making the deep attempt look too easy.
Nogueira, it's all in by the Bulls. Mirotic has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Dunn with it, Wright's there. Inside. Here's Siakam, and he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. On the free throw, no good. Chicago's gone into the 3-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Wright dishes to Miles. Felicio with the rebound.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And Wright kicks to Siakam. There's the screen. Wright sets a screen. Poke loose. Right wing. 5 on the clock. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
The Raptors have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. The first one falls. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
Unfortunate that he missed one, but he still hit a crucial point there to help get his team the lead.
Dunn kicks to Felicio. Out to the wing. Here's Valentine. That's tipped.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Now here's Miles. Tight defense on him. Here's Nogueira, and he banks in the layup. Nogueira's got 10 points in the game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now here's Valentine, defended by Miles. Here's Mirotic, and he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. He's got 8.
That's a tough cover for the defense, getting around the screen and then recovering to the 6'10" Mirotic. Too late.
Here's Siakam, covered by Mirotic. Right, the pass to Miles. Siakam kicks to Miles. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is up and in. And the Raptors lead by 3.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Dunn kicks to Valentine. The pass to Mirotic for 3. No good on the shot. Now Toronto takes it the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. They set the pick. Here's Nogueira. Mirotic grabs the miss. Mirotic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. The 11-footer shot is good, and the Toronto lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Valentine. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And Wright kicks to Miles. There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter. Nogueira gets a screen for Wright. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Siakam. Felicio with a rebound. Felicio's got his 6th rebound on the night. To the inside. That's good from Mirotic on the assist by Valentine. And that's 10 points for Nikola Mirotic. Here's Wright. It's Miles on the wing. A 3-pointer off the mark. Well, Chicago's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Done with it. Mirotic, the screen. Over to the wing. Deep 2 from Pondexter. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Bulls lead by 1. We'll be back shortly live from the Air Canada Centre in downtown Toronto. And from the most recent huddle, let's listen in on head coach Dwayne Casey.
We got to keep the ball moving, keep drawing and kicking, all right? You look at the outlets, make sure again, our bigs, we got to get space. When we're driving, we got to give the ball room.
Looking to stay active on offense, Dwayne Casey asking his guys to apply a lot of movement and a lot of pressure.
And he wants them to go beyond just swinging it around the horn. It's about driving, dishing, and playing inside out.
All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. We've got Quincy Pondexter. Valentine out there with Dunn. Then there's Nikola Mirotic, and it's Felicio in at the 5, patrolling the paint. Now here's Wright. There's the screen. Pass to Anunoby. Yep, it counts. Anunoby's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Raptors. Game winding down, and they just keep changing leads.
And guys, no separation yet, and I really don't think we're going to see any all the way down.
Now, here is Mirotic. Here's Dunn. Goes to the reverse layup and claps it in.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Kicks to Miles. Pass to Anunoby. He feeds it to Wright. Now here's Miles. He's guarded closely. Anunoby. Mirotic grabs the miss. Chicago leading. In the corner, it's Pondexter. No good with the triple.
Coming down the stretch here, holding the lead. You like him to be more efficient offensively.
The offensive rebound. Here's Siakam. And it's blocked by Mirotic. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Now, here's Dunn. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
I love seeing Dunn use his creative side to get these calls. He is simply amazing at putting defenders in a tough spot.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
And one area of concern for Dunn, hitting his free throws with consistency, because he has the temperament to draw fouls.
And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Robin Lopez is checked in for Felicio. Markkanen comes in for Mirotic. Levine's checked in for Quincy Pondexter. And Justin Holiday subbed in for Denzel Valentine. Good on both. Raptors trail by 3. Outside Lowry. To the paint. Wants to get it to DeRozan, and does.
You know, he attracts a lot of defensive attention, and that enables Lowry to create open looks for his teammates.
Now done. Lopez a screen. Right side Holiday. Bulls with the first shot clock. Lopez kicks to Markkanen. And the Bulls with another miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Powell kicks to Valanciunas. Here's the screen. Powell with the screen. Jacks up a 3. And there's Lowry. That's good on the assist from Valanciunas. That's 10 points for Kyle Lowry. Here's Dunn. He kicks it to Levine. Shoots a 3. And again, Chicago. No good. DeRozan dishes to Lowry. Back to DeRozan. Toronto working the ball around now. Valanciunas, good.
Valanciunas had his hands up and ready on that catch and shoot. He wanted it.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Holiday left side. The feed to Lopez. It's stolen by Valanciunas. And even 3-on-3 break. That's a 2 from Powell. Ibaka. The dish to DeRozan. And finally they hit one. Now it's a 6-point Toronto lead.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Dunn passes to Markkanen. buries the long-range jumper.
And I tell you what, Markkanen has already mastered the art of the bank shot. Loves getting it up there and knocking that one down. You have got to be in his space if you want to disrupt his rhythm.
Now here's Powell. Stolen by Levine. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Holiday. Feeds it to Markkanen. Goes up from the top of the key. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Raptors leading by 3. Lowry for 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Markkanen's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And Holiday kicks to Markkanen. On the wing, Levine. That's a great dunk!
Freakish,
yes,
athletically.
Unbelievable play.
Wow.
The creativity, extreme athleticism. You see why Zach's won the dunk contest multiple times.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another unleash chaos moment. Excellent work by the talented people in our production truck as well. Now here's DeRozan, 6 to shoot. Shoots over Markkanen, and the basket by DeRozan. DeRozan's got 9 points now in just the second half.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Lopez a screen. Levine against DeRozan. Levine dishes to Dunn. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. And Zach LaVine hits from deep. Levine's got it all tied up now for the Bulls.
Tough to challenge Levine out there. Big lift on his shot, and you must close out quicker on him.
They set the pick. Levine against DeRozan. The baseline J off the mark. Chicago's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth. And Holiday has it in the corner to take the lead, and the rejection by Valanciunas. Here's DeRozan, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And really, DeMar DeRozan is a master at what he calls body hunting, that ability to just kind of draw fouls. I think he and James Harden actually are the guys that have really kind of set the tone for how to create those opportunities to get to the line.
The first one falls. And DeMar DeRozan, always, Greg, among the league leaders in free throw attempts.
And when you look at him, 6'7", 220 pounds with tremendous athleticism, he has got all the tools. Beyond, though, that attack mentality, he's a savvy basketball player. Those little shot fakes, his footwork helped this guy live at the line.
Well, DeMar DeRozan grew up in Compton, idolizing Kobe Bryant. He's patterned his game after him as an isolation scorer, able to hit tough shots with a hand in his face.
Boy, right down to the wire here, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Now here's DeRozan. Valanciunas, good. And DeRozan always looking to get into his defender. He's got the size, Steve, and the athleticism to finish over the top.
And he has worked a lot on his ball handling and footwork. The master at the mid-range game. He's a bucket getter. In isolation plays, he's comfortable creating his own offense. And that's something for the team's fans and for his highlight reel.
And here is Powell. Outside Lowry. Ibaka with the screen on Grant. Ibaka sets the pick for Lowry. Over Grant. And the shot falls short this time.
When you defend a good mid-range shooter, this is how you contest without fouling.
Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Lowry with the ball. Fires the three. Hits the three-point bomb. Lowry's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Raptors.
He is starting to build up a little confidence. Hit just 1 3 in the entire first half, but he has hit 2 more since then.
The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Markkanen's got the lead back up to 3 now for the Bulls. Ibaka with the screen on Holiday. They set the pick. With the teardrop, a shot by Lowry, no good. Chicago leading by 3. Now here's Grant. Back to Levine. Holiday with the 3. DeMar DeRozan grabs the board. DeRozan's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And Lowry gets it to go.
The little fella with the big shot. Kyle Lowry never want to shy away from the big moment.
Grant against Lowry. Grant the pass to Lopez. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line.
Yeah, really strong offensive thrust there, but then how about the defense able to negate that attack?
Two shots.
That's good from Lopez.
And for a center, Robin Lopez is definitely one of the better free throw shooters in the league.
Lopez hits them both. Raptors trail by 3. Toronto calls timeout.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Zach LaVine.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he has.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Dwayne Casey talk to his team. He does not like the high foul number in this game. He told them, you've got to stop biting on the shot fake. Stop gambling for steals. That's giving them easy points at the line. We'll see how they respond.
Now, here's Lowry. 5 to shoot. Here's Powell. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Solid screen by Serge. Quick enough to get to the spot. Strong enough to hold his ground.
Now Grant. Dishes it to Lopez. Back to Grant. The kick out to Holiday. And again, Chicago. No good. Toronto trailing. Outside DeRozan. Pass to Powell. Back to DeRozan. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Valanciunas, good.
Huge bucket there from the big Lithuanian. Valanciunas is stepping up.
Bulls have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. Grant kicks to Levine. Back to Grant. Now here's Markkanen, defended by Ibaka. Holiday with the three. Again, Holiday missing.
I don't know what's happened to him in this second half, but he's been terrible from deep.
DeRozan's shot is off.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
Shooting two.
He sinks the clutch free throw. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
He wanted to get his team the lead, and even though he didn't, he should feel good. At least he tied it up.
52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's a hand on it.
DeRozan simply rises to the occasion with that make. Huge shot.
Here's Grant. Outside, Levine. Shoots the three. Laces one from three.
What more can you ask for?
Phenomenal here in the clutch. This is what fans tune in to see.
Lowry against Grant. Sinks it.
I like what he's doing here. Terrific efficiency scoring the basketball.
Now the Bulls with it. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Lopez a screen. And Levine, here we go. Ooh, offline. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
Good free throw shooter DeRozan. Started out as a go-with-the-flow type player. Now looks to dominate every game.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Huge shots. Tremendous job stepping up in a big way for them at the stripe.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're behind by 3. 9 seconds left in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
And right now, you can go for the 2 and then a quick foul, or go for the home run.
Let me tell you my vote. Whatever's the best look and takes the least amount of time.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
You know, there's nothing more frustrating than that. Giving up points on a possession, you won.
Seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul. First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're behind by 3. Just 2 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Three from the inbound, right between the eyes. A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
If you want to know what Zach LaVine is made of, you just found out.
And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. We'll be back shortly live from the Air Canada Centre in downtown Toronto. Part of overtime just upon us as they get ready for the jump ball. It'll be the Raptors off the tip. And so they have the first opportunity on offense right here as we begin overtime. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. So for Chicago right now, Mirotić at the power forward with Lopez in the middle. Then there's Grant. Then it's Zach LaVine. And it's Holiday in at the shooting guard.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Two shots.
And he makes the first. Both good from the line that time. Toronto trailing. Valanciunas with a screen on Grant. Lowry kicks to Ibaka. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. That's 7 points for Serge Ibaka.
If you let Serge get looks in there, he's going to shoot him for a very high percentage.
Mirotić sets the screen for Holiday. He dishes it to Mirotić. Here's Lopez. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Valanciunas has got his 16th rebound on the night.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
And you have to like the location of this pass. Gives it to him where he can do something with it.
Lopez a screen. Lopez a screen on DeRozan. LaVine can't hit.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
Now, here's DeRozan, and they double up DeRozan. Here's Valanciunas. LaVine with the rebound.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
The pass to Grant. Back to LaVine. Holiday against Meyer. The shot by Holiday, no good. Raptors with the lead. A stupendous finish in traffic.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Blue shots.
And the first one drops. Markkanen, he's checked in for Mirotić. And he can't hit the second. Toronto leading by 3. Inside. Here's DeRozan. Offensive rebound. And he finishes nicely on the layup. DeRozan's got 32 points in the game.
And really, they've rebounded well all game long.
Grant against Lowry. LaVine wide open. And again, no good by Chicago.
I'll tell you, the defense dodging a bullet right there. That's his shot.
And Justin Holiday picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Powell, he's checked in for C.J. Miles. Up off the screen, and DeRozan throws it down.
DeMar DeRozan, so athletic, rising up to slam it home. Great finish.
3 minutes gone now here in overtime. Lopez, a screen on Lowry. Here's Levine, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. Powell with the steal. And oh, here we go. DeRozan, nobody back. And DeRozan throws it down.
Veteran move by DeRozan. Anticipates, causes the turnover, then sends him off to the races.
They set the pick. Grant kicks to Markkanen. That one's good, and the Raptor lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Levine.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
The momentum is building, scoring in a bunch of ways. That's why his number keeps getting called.
Now, here's DeRozan, and he drops in the layup off the glass. DeRozan's got 38 points.
DeRozan has such good body control that it's very difficult to disrupt his shot with contact.
Levine against DeRozan. Levine dishes to Grant. Pass to Lopez. Here's Levine, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. That one on DeRozan.
Good recognition by Levine. Has the defender where he wants him. Doesn't let him off the hook.
And no good is the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he does get the second one. And that brings them within 8.
They needed more from him there. Any point they can get is absolutely critical for them right now.
Here's Powell. Outside Lowry. And here is Powell. Back to Lowry. Shot clock at 5. Lets it fly. The shot by Powell, no good.
Looking a little tentative on a very makeable shot. And this one was uncontested.
For 3, Levine. It's hauled in by the Raptors. They've led by as many as 11 points. And it's sent back by Lopez.
And unfortunately, it's time for them to say night-night.
There's some big-time teaching moments tonight. Hopefully, they become a better team for it.
And here's Toronto. They're on a 14-4 run right now. And the Raptors miss again.
And guys, overtime not nearly as competitive as regulation. They've used up all their energy just getting it to overtime.
And this is the value of letting the play develop. You find the weakness in the defense.
And so they foul intentionally. Now here's Wright. Defense is right there. And they go to the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Chicago calls timeout. They're trailing by 8. 7 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. Here's Dunn. Nails the tray.
And Dunn is just a clutch performer. This guy knows how to step up when it matters most.
And so it's the Raptors winning this one. They escaped with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it done.
Yeah, but what a great game. I mean, both teams, I felt like, gave it their all. But when it came to OT, it was just all about sheer determination on their part.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Jonas, you have a lot on you in terms of patrolling the paint. How do you think you're doing?
I feel good. You know, there is a better game, there is a worse game, but, you know, I'm bringing energy every game. I'm fighting, and my job is to take rebounds, set a screens. I'm doing that job.
It's grunt work, but you're good at it. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you later.